You're not. You're free.
Ow! Get to it, Dad. I promise.
This ain't my getting around to it, Tony. You understand? Always upgrading. Successful
Attention,
job.
unidentified vessel. You have no faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying. Scan complete. You are clear to...
You should see some of the ships we get down here.
Need some work done?
Like their
We'll
owners
do...
for decorating their ships.
Sure,
with heat
have at it.
there. Would be a nice touch.
Whoa! Now that is a ship! Sure, have at it.
There's a bit. Hope you're finding everything you. Oh, Please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval, and welcome to UC Distribution. Oh, well, sir. Oh, well, certainly. Yes, of course. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Don't be nervous. You got me.
is more exciting than one would think.
If it belongs on your oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business.
So much to
Give the word and we'll get underway.
We have liftoff. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized.
I have something for you when you have a moment. If you have a moment, I'd like to talk about your decision not to turn the Terran robots against their masters. As someone in a leadership position, I can empathize with having to make tough choices. I'm just curious how you came to your decision. By the book, then. People mock training manuals, but I find them handy regardless of the situation. I understand the temptation to set the robots to frenzy. They were military weapons and would be held in military facilities. But I believe shooting a defenseless target may violate certain statutes. And it's possible there were civilian personnel that could have been harmed in the aftermath. And I support your temperance. It would have been easy to mete out your revenge given they brought the war to us. Regardless, I'm sure this isn't the last we've heard from the Terrans. While at Constellation, our primary directive is exploring. Part of that journey means tangling with the occasional hostile. My only hope is that those occasions are few and far between. There's something I need to talk to you about. I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first. Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless. Plenty. And that's what's weighing on my mind. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own. No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, it doesn't make what I'm about to tell you any easier. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. Thank you. But condolences can't reverse what I've done. I was caught up in the moment. An inexperienced captain making rash decisions that cost people their lives. Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal! I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. That's true, but still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. You once told me, no matter how hard you fight, there are some battles you simply can't win. I wish I had heard your advice long ago. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us. After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja. You know, I've spent a lot of time thinking about us, about our relationship, how we've clearly become close. I practiced what I was going to say when the moment was right, and now that it's here, my mind's gone blank. Look, You deserve the best. Someone who can give themselves to you entirely. But right now, I have too much baggage. Too much on my mind. I hope you'll forgive me for pushing you away. I just need time.
Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Studying records. Confused. Confirmed. Resuming paused processes.
You need something? Hey, I just wanted to have a chat about what happened with the Terrans. I know the choice wasn't easy, so I figured I'd pick your brain a bit. Glad you're confident about it. And to be honest, if it were me, I wouldn't have spared those Terran bastards. I get not wanting to wipe them out, but I've got a daughter to think about. And our people come first. Then they should have thought about that before poking the bear. But outside of the choice itself, how are you feeling? Carrying the weight of a decision like that can sometimes be the hardest part. That's what I'm afraid of. Well, just wanted to make sure you're all right.
What did you need? I would like to discuss what happened with the Terrans. I could not help but see the parallels with my own life as an outsider. As such, I hesitate to judge them so blindly. I am pleased to hear you say this. It has been on my mind ever since this last battle. On that note, I must ask your thought process regarding that final decision. After all, it would have been understandable to turn the robots against their creators, given they were the aggressors. Yes, but at times it is hard to see the forest for the trees, especially when violence is involved. In any case, I have found this experience enlightening. One might argue the Terran attack mirrors that of House Varun when they announced their presence to the settled systems. The Terrans are more violent, but antagonistic acts can take many forms. From that lens, one might argue the United Colonies are the most antagonistic of all. I will ruminate on this more later. For now, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine? Well, Dusty, looks like another crazy adventure is in the books. X-Tech, angry death robots. There's just so much to unpack. Yes, centuries even. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the concept of X-Tech. Do we even understand how it works? Do we need to? It harkens back to early studies on the human brain. Psychiatrists would prescribe treatments they knew were effective, but didn't fundamentally understand how. Very. But then you have a moral dilemma, because your patients are sick. Either way, this is what makes the work ahead so important and necessary. Exploring and understanding the unknown is the great cat and mouse game we play with the universe. For example, I'd love to see what makes a robot like Delta tick, or talk. With their permission, of course. Delta's cool like that. But yeah, similar to the artifacts, the very existence of X-Tech fills me with so many questions. What happens when we melt it? What happens if you freeze it? What happens if we do both in a microgravity environment before blasting it with lasers? Because there has to be other uses for it besides making death robots. And I bet the Terrans know it. So selfishly, I hope we can someday talk to their scientists and learn what they know. And I think you sparing their people was the first step. Anywho, my larger hope is that we learn from the lessons of the past. Never mind. Sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Am I ready to hop into a ship and explore the galaxy with you? More like, are you ready? Ha ha! Let's go.
All yours, Barrett. Try to come back in one piece this time?
Of course, friend.
Do you need anything? Your clothes, your boots polished.
Good job. That's a huge improvement. might want this. Yes? Oh yeah, I do. You may as well have it now. City. It looks like a quaint town, but it's got problems as big as any other city.
All kinds in here. Take a gander.